Last week I shared with you my cacao ceremony. Waking early with cacao is my absolute favourite way to start my day. But as I mentioned in the cacao ceremony video, some mornings it is still a bit of a struggle to get up early, even when I'm rewarded with cacao when I do. So I've discovered a few tips and tricks that really do help me to get up early, and I wanted to share them with you here today. I hope that they help you get the best start to your day too. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're just meeting me for the first time, hi, my name is Ebony, and this channel is here to help you reconnect to your intuition so you can manifest in the real world. If you're interested in all things self-development and mindset, I hope you'll really enjoy today's video, and I hope you'll consider subscribing if you haven't already. It can take a while to start a new habit, even one as rewarding as waking up early. The tips I want to share with you today have truly helped me so much. When I follow all this advice for myself, I'll wake up bright and early every morning without fail. Yet naturally, it's all easier said than done. Yet like everything in life, it does get easier with time and practice. I'm only human, so of course there are some days where it is still a bit of a struggle to wake up early, no matter how much sleep I get. Though I never regret getting up early, waking before everyone else, feeling super productive because of how much I can get done without any interruptions. It's such a great feeling. Whether you're getting up early for cacao or you just want to get a head start on your day, whatever your reason for getting up early, I hope that these tips make it not only possible for you, but enjoyable too. Because if you don't find something fun to do, then you're far less likely to want to do it. Which leads me to my first point. Tip number 1. Know why you're getting up early and make it fun. What is your purpose for getting up early? Have a clear reason why you're getting up early. Maybe it's to spend time on a project that you're working on, or to exercise, or for cacao, or to do some study before the rest of the world wakes up. Whatever it may be, know exactly what you're setting out to accomplish by waking up early. Also, I encourage you to have at least a rough idea of what your plan is in the morning. What are the very first things you're going to do when you wake up? First thing in the morning, still in a sleepy state, you can easily just stumble straight back to bed unless you have a solid reason for staying awake. It shouldn't feel like a chore, or you won't want to repeat it. As I shared in last week's video, I make cacao. I didn't mention how I also go to the bathroom and splash my face with cold water before I start making cacao. And I drink a glass of water while waiting for my coconut milk to heat up. These little tasks happen without thought, but make a world of difference in waking me up. Maybe the first thing you do is make your bed, or do your skincare. Maybe you jump straight into the shower. Maybe you fill up the kettle and switch it on. How do you make these little tasks fun? By paying attention to every little detail. Now I know that doesn't sound like much fun, but trust me on this. Being mindful will allow you to enjoy every moment. So take your time and mindfully go about your morning. Take notice of the birds chirping. Slowly massage your cleanser into your face. Relish and savor the time that you have created for yourself by getting up early, and don't rush. Another way to make it fun is by listening to music, maybe through headphones if everyone else is still asleep. Music will help wake you up and shift your mood, though do be mindful of what music you choose. Keep it something chill and upbeat. By knowing why you're bothering to get up early in the first place, having set tasks that will help you to wake up, and by making it an enjoyable experience, you'll be creating a morning routine that you'll look forward to and appreciate. Tip number 2, get organized the night before. The less resistance it takes to do a task, the more likely you are to do it. Make your morning that much easier by being as prepared as possible. If the mornings are cold, like they often are around here, make sure you have a cozy dressing gown and a blanket at the ready for you when you wake up. I also place my container of cacao with my phone on the other side of the room. This means that when the alarm rings on my phone, I have to get up to turn it off, and I see the cacao sitting right there next to it, waiting for me. This means it's simple to turn off the alarm, grab the cacao, and head straight to the kitchen. attention. Another great thing to do is have your outfit for the day ready the night before. This will save you so much time wondering what to wear in the morning. All of these little things that prepare you and make your morning that much easier also act as visual cues. When you first wake up and see everything laid out in front of you, it reminds you what you want to do. Tip number 3, have a calm nighttime routine. We can't talk about getting up early without stating the obvious. You have to go to bed early too. Yet I've realized that it's not enough to just simply get into bed early. If you've been watching Netflix and scrolling Instagram right before bed, you're more likely to toss and turn for ages before you can actually go to sleep. At least in my experience, that's the case. Switching off from technology long before you switch off your light makes a world of difference. Here's my favorite way to wind down at the end of the day, and well, essentially my nighttime routine in a quick summary. I turn off the computer, I set my alarms and get organized as per the previous point. I have a shower or a bubble bath while listening to music or a podcast or audiobook. I do my skincare routine. I place my phone on the other side of the room, and then I read in bed until it's time to go to sleep. One thing to note is this: I try my best, not that I'm perfect, but I try my best not to scroll social media or watch any videos on my phone at night. Once I've turned off that computer, I will only reply to messages on my phone, if that. But once I'm in bed reading, I do my best to have my phone away on the other side of the room, alarm set for the morning, not touching it again the rest of the night before I go to sleep. That's not to say I'm perfect at this. I often will keep messaging between chapters of my book, but at a certain point of the night, I'll say goodnight and put the phone to bed as well. Tip number 4, set the right alarm in the right place. Now, unless you're able to naturally wake up at a good time, you're going to need the help of an alarm to wake up. I'm definitely able to oversleep, so I definitely need an alarm. I'm also very good at hitting snooze or even turning the alarm off completely without even really waking up and not actually being aware of it until I do wake up eventually and realize the time. So I have to put my alarm on the other side of the room. And when it comes to the sound of an alarm, I always used to choose the most annoying beeping sound because I assumed that that would be the most effective. Recently though, I've changed it to a more gentle ringtone, enough to wake me up and loud enough that I feel like I need to get up and turn it off quickly before I wake up everyone else in the house. It's so much nicer to wake up to, less headache inducing, and more of a peaceful start to the day. I definitely recommend it. Tip number 5, write a to-do list or journal before bed. If there's a lot on your mind, it can be hard to sleep. This is my biggest struggle, to be honest. So one thing that I find really helps, and I've done this off and on over the years, is that I'll scribble down whatever's on my mind, whatever's bugging me, and I'll roughly plan out the next day, what I need to get done and so on. Pen and paper is best for this, especially if you're doing it right before going to sleep. And I love using my Dreamy Moons planner and Year of Growth book for this at the end of each day. It's amazing how much more in control you feel once you've got it out of your head and onto paper. Plus, having a to-do list or a rough plan will really help you out the next day too. Tip number 6, practice gratitude. Once you've switched off your light and you're all warm and cozy in bed, think of at least 3 things you're grateful for and why. Focusing on even the littlest of things that you're grateful for will take your mind off any stresses from your day and instead remind you to focus on the good things. You don't always have to write down what you're grateful for. It's a practice that can be done anywhere, anytime. There is nothing quite like reflecting on the things, moments, people, and places that you're grateful for at the end of the day. Tip number 7, meditate. My final tip for you today is to meditate. Meditate first thing in the morning and last thing before you go to sleep. I seriously can't recommend meditating enough. It will help you to focus, it will help you to sleep better, it will calm your mind. That's not to say it's always easy, yet like getting up early in general, when I do it, It's worth it every time. I have a video on meditating too if you're curious to learn more about it. I'll have that in the cards above. Bonus tip! Surprise, there's a bonus tip. Essential oils. Holy moly, do I love essential oils. They make such a difference in my opinion. At night, I choose scents that are calming and relaxing, such as lavender. And in the morning, I choose scents that are invigorating and energizing, such as orange or rosemary. I just love essential oils. I recommend getting a diffuser, placing it near your bed, and making it a part of your routine. Use it every night as you wind down to go to sleep, and every morning to wake yourself up. It may seem so simple and hardly even worth it, but for me, it really makes a difference, in my experience at least. I really hope that these tips are helpful for you and you're able to wake up when you want to wake up, whatever time it is. Now, I'd love to know, how do you want to start your day? What's your ideal morning? Comment below why you want to start waking up earlier. I really used to think that I'm not a morning person, but I'm really starting to appreciate my mornings. Back when I was working full-time in Melbourne, I used to rush out of bed every single morning. I'd hit snooze until the very last minute, run around madly getting ready, and then run to catch the train to get to work on time. It was stressful, it was a struggle, and yet the reason I kept doing it over and over again is because it became a habit. I knew I could wait until the very last minute and still get to work on time. It was a ridiculous and stressful way to start my day. But no matter how early I'd go to bed the night before, I'd still push that limit on how quickly I could get ready in the morning. All of that is to say, I certainly haven't always had this beautiful spiritual morning routine. Even now, of course, I still choose to sleep in sometimes. I don't have cacao every single day, every single morning. Sometimes meditation is a battle with my thoughts. Other times I practically fall back asleep. As much as I might encourage you to try getting up a little earlier and start your day with mindfulness, I know how hard it can be. Some days it's a struggle to get out of bed, no matter how much sleep you've had. And that's okay. As much as I love my morning routine, it often starts later than I'd want it to, and that's okay. It's often interrupted by others coming and going, and that's okay. It's often the sound of the microwave that I meditate to instead of bird song, and that's okay too. However you start your morning, find those moments of peace, even if they're fleeting. Find a routine that is healthy and mindful, and just do your best to stick with it as much as you can. I love my mornings now, and cacao is a great incentive to get me up early. I truly can't recommend cacao enough. It's definitely a much better way to start the day than running for a train. Waking up early is a habit that can be developed by just about anyone. But like all habits, it has to shift to suit you. It has to fit into your life. You have to truly know why you're waking up early, and you have to be able to enjoy it. Don't push yourself to wake up early in order to be more productive if it means that you're not getting enough sleep. That can only lead to burnout, and therefore you'll end up just being less productive. Start going to bed a little earlier and waking up a little earlier, gradually setting the alarm earlier and earlier until you reach the perfect amount of time for you. Experiment with it, have fun, enjoy the process. You'll get so much more out of it that way, and most importantly, you'll actually want to do it. You'll wake up to the alarm, and instead of hitting snooze, you'll be excited that you get to wake up early and start your day how you want to. And on days when you simply need more sleep, let yourself sleep. Listen to your body, your intuition, and know that getting up a little later isn't the end of the world. You haven't broken the habit completely. Just start again when you can. Every morning is an opportunity, no matter how early you wake up. It's not a competition on who can wake up the earliest and who can get the most done before 9 a.m. The most important thing is the quality of the life you live and making the most of every moment. If you'd like to learn more about this topic, I have heaps of resources and recommendations for you to check out on today's blog post. That'll be linked in the description below. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions or requests, and you can find me over on Instagram too at Ebony Highland. I'd love to see you over there. I truly hope that you've enjoyed today's video and that you'll consider subscribing and ringing the little bell to be notified when I post a new video every Thursday. Thank you so much for watching and supporting this channel. It really means the absolute world to me. I hope that you're having a wonderful day wherever you are in the world, and I can't wait to see you here again next week. So much love. Bye. Guess what? Bonus tip. And I short cacao. I keep knocking up bleeding. Get the right way. What? Bonus tip. Essential oils. I just whacked the chair. I couldn't help it. I had to have a bonus tip. You know, you see a lot of people with tips videos and I love it when there's a bonus tip, so I'm throwing in a bonus tip. Surprise tip. Nah, that's just wrong. Bonus tip.